So this is 200, 360 minus 4, 354. My nut here is going to be roughly, we'll call it $4,000, right? So 354 times 12 will get me there, right? So 12 then divided by 30 is 3/10. So it's a 30% occupancy. Actually, it's a little bit more. So call it 40% occupancy. If I just can run this at a 40% occupancy rate, I can break even as long as I hit these numbers. Okay? That's my break even. I don't do any Airbnbs where the break even is over 50%. We always run the numbers. We want to be in that 40 range, 40, 42, 44. We feel comfortable there. But here's the issue with that you're not being told. Is the secret ingredient to everything is time. Like, we've got to go out, when we start listing these, we'll list these at 39, 39, 49, and 49. Because I need listings. One, I need people to come in. And then I got to do the ethical bribe for 5-star reviews. That's wine, chocolate, Doritos, energy bars, making sure there's always water in there, right? Whatever they need. One of the things we're going to have here is, was anyone in the class on the class yesterday? You were. So one of the things we always have is a little stand right here. There'll be a flashlight, screwdrivers, Leatherman right next to it in case, just all these little things. There'll be umbrellas in here for them to use because we're in freaking subtropic here, right? So we're going to be umbrellas here for them to use. All these little things are just the little bribes. Now, ask any millennial who's ever stayed at an Airbnb what they like most, and it's the free snacks. Right? So there's a big basket here just with Doritos and Cheetos and potato chips that they can have at any time they want. As long as we keep that level of service up, we'll get 5-star reviews. The more 5-star reviews you have, the more you can charge. But it's gonna take a year to really get that good mix. Right? And so my first year, there might be months I got to pitch in, right? That's why we have a reserve from the lender. There might be months we have to kick in. And the 3 worst months are December, January, and February. Okay? But what we do is we also market it. So we're just, whenever anyone comes in, we ask, hey, are you here for business or pleasure? And they'll say business. We say, where do you work? I work at an engineering company that works for NASA. Great. Do you typically have a lot of people coming down here? Yeah, sometimes. Can you give us your HR person? Hey, we got Jim staying over our event. I know, listen, I know the GSC per diem is $113 or $129 for this part of Houston, and our suites are $79. How many more people do you need here? How many more people do you have coming? There's a washer and dryer, there's a full 5-star kitchen, and then that's how it feeds into it. But you've got to do that, and the first year of any business, if you break even, you're in good shape, right? I mean, does anyone, right? I mean, anything, florist, restaurant, construction, whatever it is. It's that second year when you start hitting your stride and have enough 5-star reviews, and the beauty of what we have and the ones that we've been doing now for 3 years, 60% repeat customers.
So question I have. So the goal is moving from the Airbnb to short-term rental. Is this where you move into?
Yep. So we will ask for those people. Like we have one down in Corpus Christi, and this is a company that's out of New Jersey, my home state, and they have one engineer who's going to be there full time, and then they have 2 people that will be in and out, not for full weeks, but they'll be there every week, 3-4 days. We know that the GSA rate, the government service allowance for that, is going to be $109 a night. So she would expect that company would expect to pay $6,000 a month. And I say to her, hey, we're going to do it for $3,600. I'll reserve the rooms for $3,600 plus $150 a week for cleaning. So she's in at 42. they already have line item budget, it's $6,000. So now the company's saving or someone's making a little extra money, and that's what we're gonna do. So if you're saying what box this is gonna fit in, I'm gonna tell you there's no box. We just want to get it rented. And so we'll work with energy and gas guys, we'll work with medical guys, we'll work with space guys, we'll work with vacationers, we'll work with if the at-home nursing care comes in and signs a deal, wants this thing for 3 years, we'll work with them too. The key here is I bought the thing for $183, and I think in 5 to 6 years I can sell it for $465. That's the beauty of this play. The fact that I'll cash flow and we'll keep it at a pristine level is a bonus. He and I don't do Airbnbs for cash flow. We're doing it for the appreciation. Because every Airbnb we have, we didn't buy retail. We brought at a deep, deep discount, very, very distressed property. So that's what we're doing. And we bought the Texas City one for $80,000. Right? It's averaging about $2,300 a month on Airbnb. It was worth we're all in it for $110. The appraisal came when I bought it. The appraisal was $150. When I refied it, the appraisal was at $165. I truly believe in 5 years that'll be worth $225,000. And Jason and I are going to have a property that we have $115,000 equity in.
Rob, yesterday you were mentioning you getting properties down in Texas City for about $5,000 a month. I mean, that really got my curiosity. That's why I drove over here.
Yeah, so that would be that Texas City for sure is our first medical one. It's our first assisted living one. And then our best month so far in Texas City has been a little over $4,000.
How many bedrooms?
4. But we lock them off into 2 suites. 2-1-2-1.
2-1-2-1's okay. And then they have shared kitchen for the whole 4 bedroom?
Yep.
2-1-2-1. But you said those are going to the oil filters. That's great.
Yeah. That was the one we give us an HR person and we're more and more, yeah.
Okay, and again on the cleaning, who you normally hire the people to clean?
I don't recommend the cleaner I have. I don't.
That's the hassle, like.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that was going to actually be my question. I built 3 townhomes in town that I'm putting on Airbnb now, and I was thinking about actually renting the room per se, do like a common area like this.
Yeah.
And my thing is,
how many beds? I'm sorry.
it's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath,
Yeah.
4-story townhome. We built the whole development.
Nice.
And so, in terms of beds, we could put up, I figure up anywhere from 10 beds in there.
Sure.
If we put like a pull-out couch in the living area.
For sure do it, yeah.
Clean, if we rented each room out, cleaning per night, somebody says we're going to do like a minimum of 2 nights stay, but
Yeah.
how are you guys, I still got to pay that cleaner every night.
You do, but remember cleaning is a pass-through. It's a separate line item on Airbnb. So if you micromanage the Airbnb, like we're going to start doing here in U2, then cleaning becomes a profit center. If you're just starting or sort of a hands-off, then just run it as a pass-through. You just work out your deal. Hey, how much is to come in and just turn one room and then to do a quick cleanup of the common area, right?
And still charge the same price.
Still charge the same price, just let it do a pass-through.
They just come in, maybe do it for $50.
50, 60 bucks, yep. And something like this, to do one room and then to just clean up the common area, which would mostly be the kitchen, 60 bucks would be fair. Yep. And then I just do it as a pass-through. But year 2, when we hire in-house a maid to do this stuff in-house, and then it's still going to be 60. But if she does it in 2 hours, it's 40 bucks, right?
Yeah.
And then I make 20. I'm making a 33% on my cleaning. Then it becomes a profit center.
So to find, I use Turnover B&B.
Yep,
It's an
we do
app
too.
that, it really helps finding and locating. I mean, you get some, you win, you get some, you lose. But
I think the problem with Turnover B&B is I don't like how they hit your bank account.
Yep.
It was supposed to be live, like real time, and I find that it's not.
Yep.
And so what happens is money's coming in, money's coming out, and then all of a sudden they hit me for 7 cleanings, and I'm overdrafted. And I'm like, this sucks, right? So we've turned off that part of it. Yeah, we haven't found the absolute perfect Airbnb software or management company and all that stuff. So we're just still doing most of this stuff ourselves.
Are you doing everything on Airbnb, or are you using like a channel management system?
You know, it's either going to be we looked at that too. You know, what's the thing you clean your ear in? When you clean your ear, what's the little thing you use? Q-tip? No, it's not. It's called a cotton swab. Q-tip is just the brand, and then the category killer. Airbnb's category killer.
Yeah.
So I think all that other stuff is just software and nonsense to kind of make you feel good. So we'll do our vacations on VRBO. It'll be the second tier, but it's all Airbnb. There's 40 or 50 of these rental places. We just don't do it.
Gotcha.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
I never did Airbnb. How they charge you the Airbnb use that?
Charge me?
Yeah.
They don't. They just basically add on to whatever they charge you.
Take a cut, right?
Oh.
Management fee, 3.25%, 3.5%.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I've heard you guys mention, the hotels starting to get into you start seeing built-in Airbnbs or whatever.
Yeah.
Especially with,
Sure, yeah.
Y'all starting to maybe steal some of the per diem, income from them. What's your crystal ball say before that really steps in?
I think you got to be out of this business in 5 years.
Yeah.
Yep. I think there's already markets that are over saturated. Online, everyone's talking about Westview, medical center, and I look and I'm like, there's a lot of listings here.
REITs and hedge funds will eventually get into this space,
Yep.
and they'll be running Airbnb REITs and hedge funds and all that other nonsense. It's just another asset, another way that they can look at it this way. You can take 10% appreciation on a $150,000 house or 10% appreciation on a $400,000 house. I mean, granted, the percentage is the same, but the cash is a lot greater.
And
If you got a lot of
the other
cash,
issue is on this competitive stuff, it just gets competitive. And so then like we talked about yesterday, there's a lot of people who look at Airbnb as a set it and forget it investment, right? I can just hand it over to this company in Austin or Florida or Georgia, and they're going to make me all this money. But when there's more and more people in that marketplace, then what's the differential? Right? What makes you stop at one nail salon over another? I know all you guys are going to nail salons, right? But it's service. It's service. It's 5-star reviews.
Correct.
And so then all of a sudden, I don't think you can set this and forget it. I think you have to start managing it or hire someone who's going to sit around here, manage it, make sure the cookies and all the stuff is out, the refrigerator stocked, or even if it's not stocked, for God's sakes, make sure it's clean. Right?
Service and relationship.
Right, and that's the next step. You're going to have to build those marketing relationships with HR companies and start pushing out beyond the Airbnb market. Because when you're at that $39 a night to get started, this is also a dangerous world to be in.
I'll tell you, well, the hotels that are getting into it, they're gonna be cookie cutter, because they're buying at scale. They're getting all everything, they're buying batches of 1,000, they're buying for 1,000 rooms or 1,000 properties.
Yep.
There is maybe an opportunity in keeping the house custom, the sense that it's not a cookie cutter place. But that's hard to scale up and replicate from property to property. So as a business, you just have to be able to add that individual character, that homeliness. And that's what a lot of your Airbnb shoppers are looking for, is that sense of, I'm staying in a home and it's not a cookie cutter place. But it's hard
Can I
to
add a comment on this one? I mean, I run some Airbnbs. I can't tell you, there's no middle ground. Either you're small or you're big. I don't think there's middle ground in that. You are in the service business. People think you're a concierge.
That's
They
right.
call you I mean, I can show you my Airbnb.
Sure, yes.
24/7 messages come in. So if you're in that business, either you're living next door to these people, or you actually have a team running it for you eventually. Very
Yeah.
soon. But if you want to get in the middle, I'm gonna have 4, I'm gonna work.
but you know the truth about that, rental property is the same way.
It's the same. That's
Like
what I'm saying.
if you're below 10 units, it's like don't even bother.
Yeah.
You really got to get bigger than that. You're just less calls, but it's the same. It's the same
It's
thing.
the same. I agree with you. And by the way, you are already competing in hotels. I mean, a lot of people They don't know hotels exist, so they don't think that this is a surprise to anybody. So
Right.
you regarding the price, service, location. Find that Airbnb that you have and figure out what is unique about that one. Are you going to be competing on price? Are you going to be competing on location? You know, because these are matters. You know, medical center is different, water's different. You know, all of these are different. So if you're in that call, you know, you will listen to that one yesterday. You heard that.
Yep. How was the class? Was it good, right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Thank you.
Do you use Alexa for your clients?
For what?
For your clients, for whoever's renting the place?
What is it?
Alexa.
No. No, so through Airbnb, it's basically just they can just get through us through the app. That's how they do. We will put a ring bell on here, so we see who's coming in and out, but it's probably most of it. Oh, we provide a massive Wi-Fi.
The fastest we can get in that market.
Yeah, the fastest we can get. Yeah. no-
Swear it's faster in our office.
Yep.
Is that our truck?
Yeah, he's making it. He thought he was going to get out easy on Sunday, and we're all here.
Is there more and more people join the Airbnb and get into this business? I mean, like every year, people like.
Oh yeah. So Airbnb right now technically holds the title of the #1, the largest hotel brand in the world. More people stay at Airbnb than Hilton, right? Or Marriott, or Holiday Inn, and they're going to get to the point where they'll be over the top 2, right? So they have a massive share. Now the economy, we think the economy is going to be good. We're not afraid of the economy. We're not bearish. We're very bullish in this marketplace, and so we think there's still going to be traveling here. Again, it's everything. You go to our Texas City one, and sometimes in the yard there's 2 big ass dualies, F-350s for workers, and then 2 weeks later there's a boat back there, and 2 weeks later there's a Prius, right? So we just don't discriminate, but we do make sure that it's very certain, like things we put on the listing, no parties, not a party house.
Yeah.
Must check out by X, $250, late fee. And we really, the description is, and people like that. They want to read everything, so we give them everything. I'll tell you where we are falling down with the ones we have open down here is we don't have a good set of pictures, and we don't have enough art. Art is critical.
On the walls.
On the walls. They just it's booked by the cover, right? It's that picture and it says, oh, that's a room I want to stay in, or oh, that's all white walls and a bed that is not made with hospital corners, right? Just a blanket hanging over the bed. Like it's a flop house, as my father would say.
And when you have multi-tenant like this one, how do you control the noise? Because one of the problem I get off.
We would list this as a quiet. We'd say, hey, this is a quiet house at 10 o'clock. So it's one of the options on Airbnb. We just say this is a quiet space at 10 o'clock. So no parties, no TVs. Ask them to go in the room, put their headphones on, and just watch it there.
I have the same thing going. My problem is that, I get a complaint next morning, the guy is leaving and just like, oh, these people did not honor it, and there you go. Give me a 2-star or 1-star for that. How do you handle it? That's one of the problem I'm facing.
Oh man, we are in constant contact all through the stay with our people. So if someone says, hey, there's loud noise, blah, blah, we'll say, well, look, which room? Okay, we're going to reach out to them. We text them, hey, people just want to make sure, hey, it's 10 o'clock. The reminder. We don't even say there's a conflict. We just reminder 10 o'clock is quiet hour. So it looks like it goes out to everyone, right? And then when those people do leave, if you guys complain to me and you say, hey, it was loud and there was no soap, right? So that means I failed on 2 things. So what I say to you is, I would just tell you straight up, I would appreciate if you did not give me a review. And then what I'll do for you is next time you want to stay in one of my units, I'll give you the first night for free. Right? Or I'll give you a credit of $50. What do you do? So we are talking all the time to our guests and saying, The Wi-Fi password here is 5-star review, right? It's not so subtle, right? And then in our book it says if this wasn't a 5-star stay, please tell us what we could do better, right? And so that's how we get around it. We're never gonna. We had one. When we first did the first two, we were hypersensitive on that stuff. We still are. We had one like 3-star review. And the guy said, let me give you 3-star because this. And we said, well, we're just starting out, so we'd appreciate it if you didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. And he said no, and he put it through. Everyone else didn't have a problem. Yeah, we totally get it. Thank you very much, right? Now, I could also rate him, right? So, put him on a little black. I don't want that guy back. Right? We do have a little control over who's coming in. If people have bad reviews, they've got, or no reviews, or we don't let first-time Airbnb stayers stay at our house.
So you have the right to refuse the service.
Based on the reviews, based on how much information they provided, if there's no government ID on file, if this is the first time, yeah, sure, absolutely. There's certain restrictions in which I am allowed to refuse service.
So there's no like a racial or racism, like discrimination involved or anything.
Except only if you're Irish. If you're Irish, I don't want you.
You actually don't see that.
No, you don't see any of that stuff. You don't know. You don't know. Right? Well, I mean, let's be honest. And sometimes you do know, right? Sean O'Malley is clearly an Irish guy, right? So there's some of that stuff. We don't. When in your listing, you tell the people who you want. No parties. Quiet after 10 o'clock. Perfect for business travelers. Desks in every bedroom. Printers in the common area. The party guy isn't gonna. Oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for, right?
So how do you handle service animals?
Service hours? Yeah, that's fine. There's usually an extra cleaning charge, but so what? No cats though.
My man, that's tough.
No cats.
No cats.
So I'll circle back. There is a device you can get that does monitor noise, so you can set it, and you can put it in your common area and say, at 10 p.m. I want to get a alert if the decibel level is above this, and that can help prompt your text messaging. It's another thing you can do in the game.
For sure, we have quiet levels. Some of the other restrictions are no cooking fish, no cleaning fish in the house.
I give a warning. You may want to be careful about.
We say, please do not cook fish.
Very sensitive.
So what happens if they do run out of soap, you're an hour away, what do you do?
So the maid and our manager are supposed to run through here before they get the tenants arrive, the guests arrive, make sure everything's out, everything looks good, and then we're good. So if they do run out, then they run out. If we don't provide it, then that's a different question, right? We had one lady stay at our house for one of our first stays down the Surfside, went through, supposedly went through 16 rolls of toilet paper, right? Are you kidding me? What happened?
It was a rough night.
Bad fish, right?
Yeah.
So, that we just kind of go through it. It's this is not a black and white business.
Yeah.
Right? This is super customer service, customer oriented, and you've got to be able to listen to people and respond. Now, here's my problem. I can't listen to any of that nonsense. So I hire someone who can. I'm not the guy to complain to, because as soon as I feel that I instantly match anyone's personality or attitude. I instantly match.
He's from Jersey, he said.
Instantly, it's like going, oh, we're going there, all right. Everywhere else then, right? So I'm not the customer-facing guy. I know that is a massive weakness for me, and so we hire someone who's very good at it.
Coming back to this specific property,
Sure.
To the model, how much landscaping do you think you need to spend?
We're going to do a couple bags of
It's like fairly extensive.
It is. We're just going to keep it covered, and then over here we're going to go ahead and put some mulch down and move that table over there. We'll just cover that whole area with mulch. Nothing. Just cut it a little bit lower, clean it up. Clean it up.
Okay, if you are really people like late check out the first, if you say, okay, 12 o'clock, say like, I wanna stay like a, couple hours or, so do you allow them or you gonna charge them? How will you charge them?
We'll definitely charge.
So, but you allow them to do that, right?
They can stay for another, it depends if someone's behind them, right? Like our properties up in New Jersey, the turns are, we gotta turn these things in 2 hours. We're rolling through, we're 85 and 90% occupied, right? The stuff in Texas City where we're just sort of getting started, I'd say, hey man, go ahead and take 3 o'clock, it's fine, the maid's not coming for tomorrow. Right, but at 3 we change the codes on the locks.
You have a setup with an app where you just change it.
Yep.
The stuff in New Jersey, was that just kind of something y'all targeted, or you just kind of had it?
Two failed flips. Two failed flips.
Question I have for
It's
you.
a great deal though. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a 400 something mortgage on it, and the property's now worth almost $800,000.
Oh,
So I'm dumping that in the spring. The other one is absolutely 90% occupied and just cranks.
Yeah.
It is cranking. We're making, which should be averaging about $2,000 a month for a house with a $1,100 mortgage.
Where,
Hard to let that one go.
where in
Yes.
Jersey are you at?
Right by Rutgers University.
Okay.
When you have a shared bathroom, the one in Texas City, how do you handle that?
Well, we do get some problems there. I'll explain it this way. Dirty little secret, I prefer to stay at a hotel. Because I destroy the bathroom there. I use every single towel and washcloth and it's just everywhere. And I prefer someone coming in and picking that up. I don't like staying at Airbnb because the way I like to use the bathroom is the way I like to use the bathroom, right? The way I get ready in the morning is the way I get ready in the morning. But at the end of it, I've used every single towel, right? They're all on the floor, so I'm not good for Airbnb. I stayed at bad Airbnbs and they only gave me one towel. I was like, what is this? Never gonna make it. So there's some issues on that. We just ask people to be considerate. That's it. We're not afraid to put signs on the door right here. Quiet time, 10 o'clock. No smoking. Please be respectful of others. Not afraid of it. No. I think we've had one incident with. So I have a partner who helps me with it. And here's the deal. Almost every bad story you hear about Airbnb, the people that didn't leave, the people that trashed it, all that other stuff, usually starts, if you dig deep, is they stayed for a week and then went to the owner and asked to stay for a few more days outside of Airbnb. Like, I'm going to give you the money directly. Like the place with the Airbnb homicide in Australia. It's not Airbnb. That guy, he was up. He made a deal with the owners to stay another week, and it would give you cash, and Airbnb doesn't get their money. And so every time I've read those stories, it starts with, what really is the headline is, host screwed Airbnb and paid for it. So we've had one problem, and it was the only time we ever went outside of Airbnb, and I went crazy on my partners. I was like, we said bottom line from the beginning, never, ever, ever do that. She's bleeding heart. Oh my God, I'm unemployed, and I just gotta wait till the check clears, then I get on my flight and I go back to California. But I have $300. Can you let me stay in a couple of my credit cards max? Blah blah blah, all this stuff. And they're like, oh, okay. And sure enough,
She stayed longer.
she stayed longer. She was in the common areas asking to borrow money from my other guests. Then she was on the phone with someone, telling people that she was going to commit suicide.
Oh, Lord.
The people that I were on the phone with called the police to come to the house to check on her. So now I got guests in the house and the police are on the front door and they're like, what is going on here? So I had to go to all my guests that were staying. I had a full house, 6 people staying in this house. I had to go to all my guests and saying, next time you come, you get a day for free. Thank you very much. We'll do stuff for you. We're going to come by tomorrow morning, get bagels and lox. It's Sunday morning. We'll make sure you get bagels and lox. You know, just to make sure that they gave us a good review. And she was crazy. And one guy did not like that whole situation and gave us a nasty review and refused to budge.
Actually, no, company policy. We don't even talk to people except through AirBnB app.
Right, that's what we're talking about.
You don't do that.
We totally got screwed on the one time we did it.
Yeah.
I was so angry. I was like, here's the reason why. As soon as you're outside of that umbrella, there's no insurance. I can't file a claim with Airbnb if she trashes the place. That's not the point. So, that's it. Hey, let's go take a look at the...
Before you know, how about the home kitchen? How do you handle that?
What do you mean?
I mean, you have one refrigerator for 5 rooms. You have one
They
outlet
take
for
care, guys.
5 rooms. How do you handle that? Who cleans it? Who puts the stuff in there? You see
Well,
what I'm
we
saying?
make sure we have a dishwasher, and then we have the maid. Every time that the maid does a turn here, they clean the kitchen as well. That make sense?
I got a question for you too.
Yep.
The devil's advocate, because he said don't go
I'm
outside.
gonna tell you something. The devil doesn't need an advocate. You know who needs an advocate? I do.
You know. I got you.
Go ahead, man.
Let's say you normally rent this on Airbnb. Guest comes in.
Yep.
Like, oh my God, I love this place.
Yep.
I want to host a baby shower here.
Love it.
I pay you $1,000.
Yes.
For let's say 4 hours.
Sure.
You can come sit up.
Yep.
So
Still do it right through Airbnb.
Okay.
Yeah, they have an experience category.
Gotcha.
So that's another good thing, and one of the things that we're marketing to right now, today, and I don't know if you know this, but there's a thing called scrapbooking, which is a massive industry.
It's huge.
Well, I'm getting a 10-foot table here that will sit 10. And so we're already advertising this for your next scrapbooking weekend. Right? Because technically we sleep 12 in this. Same thing. I would love to do a baby shower here.
Yes.
For sure. One day, $1,000 in and out. If they want to stay, the rooms, we'll do the. So we look at the Airbnb experience, which is a little more advanced on that stuff. But the house in Dickinson, we already talked to a wedding coordinator out of Galveston. She said, I can get you $7,000 for the week. You just got to build a gazebo and put a little hardscape down. We're like, done deal. Come March, we're building a gazebo, putting hardscape down.
Gotcha.
Question, bro.
But that's all marketing,
Yeah.
right?
You keep saying $1,000 a day. Then you have 5 like $80 each. $400. How does it jump to $1,000? You see 5 times.
Oh, because what I do is on the experience side is I basically give them the whole house for $1,000 a day.
You lost me, man.
Sure, these are 4 individual listings.
Yeah.
You want to have a baby shower here. What you're telling me is I now have to give up those listings.
Yeah, 5 times 8, $400.
No, I get it, but but what happens if you book it and someone else is here in the room? So I have to reserve it.
You gotta take it off the market.
I got to take it off the market. And when I take it off the market, then I want a certain fee for that.
Yeah.
So it's collecting a premium for somebody using the whole house.
Yes, it's a
The
premium
cool thing
charge.
is
Aren't they
they-
booking all at the same time? Booking
Nope.
5 rooms at the same time?
Nope.
The cool thing is they leave at whatever time their party is over.
Yep.
But they've already paid for the full 24 hours.
Yep. Or they can stay the night. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
It's their house.
Yeah.
At that point, well,
Yep.
it's their rental.
10 to 10, right? You can come in the morning, set the party up, you can have breakfast and leave. It don't matter. This is what we do for Airbnb. If you guys haven't taken the whopping $97 class, just text me the same number and I'll give you the link. It's already recorded. There's a checklist, there's a calculator, all that stuff. It's $97. It's you guys were on the yesterday was worth $100.
Yeah.
I think that 3 or 4 little nuggets will make your business
Right,
work.
go over here.
Yeah, it came all the way out. So we do that, and then we have, I don't know, about 20 hours of training online for $1,000. If you're interested, just text me. No big deal. You guys, let's go take a walk. I'll just show you every room.